Good morning, student. Now, last time I discussed you about potential energy. Today and activity 11.8 and 9. Now, other activities today I discuss and explain how potential energy is transferred into kinetic energy and is depends on the things. Activity number 11.10. Now in this activity, page number 152, take a toy car, winding it using the key, place the car on the ground and did it move? Now suppose you take one, this is a toy car, tight with the key, right, and wind up with this. Now when you can place on the surface, what happened? Can it move? Yes. Now the car moves as the spring gets uncoiled. When coiled, right, it can be moved. Second number, from where the energy acquired? So it acquired the energy as work is done on it during the coiling of the spring. Means as soon as there is a tight winding, it can be energy of the work done. And how you can test, can be, right, energy is acquired. So if you can binding it, right, it can be car binding it and releasing the car. Suppose you binding less binding, right, so travel less distance, and if you winding more and more, it can be travel more. Means actually it is done depends on the number of winding the coils and it will be moved. So by this activity you can say that potential energy can be stored in the coil and at last it can be transferred into kinetic energy. Now another activity number 11.11. Now say in this activity, take your page number 152, activity number 11.11. Now in this activity, list the object through a certain height and it can be now work is being fall when it release. Suppose you take the object and when an object, suppose this object, if you press at a certain height, you press at the height, means this object you can place from this height, again you can object for the other height, means when you increase the height, right, the potential energy will be stored and then we can say that, right, this implies that it requires some energy in this. Lift an object through a certain height and release, right. So by these activities, right, from where did it get the energy? So it get the energy, right, potential energy stored and the object can now work it being to fall when you release. Suppose this is off, right, when I release at this certain height, it can be fall, then it get me the energy and this energy is stored in the form of potential energy. At last it will be transferred into kinetic energy. Now other activities, activity number 11.12. Mister, now in these activities, correct, you will take one step and this strings. Okay, so take a bamboo sticks and make a bow as shown in this figure. Place an arrow made by the light stick. So you make one arrow made by the light stick. Then the arrow flying off or blow. Now notice down. So by this activity we can say that an arrow and straight string and arrow. And arrow and the stress string on the ball, right, possess potential energy. Ball possess potential energy when released, when you released this potential energy transferred this into kinetic energy. So by this activity we can stress and release. When you release this arrow, then what happens? The blow possesses the potential energy, is releasing time, potential energy transferred into kinetic energy. So all these activities, activity number 11.9, 10, 11, 12, they will solve that an object have potential energy, depend on height, mass and its gravity. So today you write this three activity. Activity number 11.10, 11 and 12, given answers in your classwork. Next session, otherwise after examination, I will start potential energy and its formula PE equal to mgh and its derivation. So wish you all the best for examination. I again explain you read the question answers, right, given in your textbook, textual question answer, as well as for MCQ you read lesson 2 or 3 times, right? Okay, any doubt then you ask me. Thank you.